Hello, this is our IST 233 screencast on operating systems. This project was a collaborative piece done by Maggie Tessler, Max Kaywood, Brandon Cohen, Vivian Cloud, and Miranda Cooper. In this screencast, we will be reviewing our findings from our comparative analysis on 5 different operating systems. We decided to focus our research on the following: Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Mac OS X, and Ubuntu. We took into consideration some basic features of each operating system. Some of these features include upgrade costs, touch compatibility, default web browser, and the prominence of viruses. In evaluating each operating system, we developed some key criteria that will result in optimal networking performance. The first criterion we evaluated was network performance. Without a consistent network performance, using the internet and therefore vital applications like email are inaccessible. The second criterion we evaluated was security. The purpose of a firewall is to monitor and control all incoming and outgoing traffic within the network. Without a firewall, intruders can inappropriately use and potentially obliterate any of the data within a network. The third criterion we evaluated was quality of service. Quality of service refers to a device's techniques in prioritizing traffic that operates across the network. Quality of service aspects refer to how a particular service is prioritized in reference to other running programs or applications to ensure and guarantee a certain level of performance. The fourth criterion we evaluated was network operation interface. An important aspect to an operating system is more than just the network's performance, but how well the user can access information about their computer's performance on a network. When determining network performance, the average user must be able to understand how their network is functioning. The fifth and final criterion we evaluated was patching. Patches are usually referred to as fixes and are typically released by software companies periodically. For operating systems, patch mechanisms are crucial in being able to repair problems within the software promptly and effectively. When testing the network performance, we use speedtest.net, whatsupgold.com, and SolarWinds to determine how well each operating system handled its networking. We based how we tested security on the vulnerability of each of the operating systems. For example, how common or how often intrusions and viruses took place within each of the operating systems. In testing the quality of service of the operating systems, we studied the settings of each operating system and based our data on what they could provide their users with and how manageable they are to use. When testing the network operation interface, we searched for what tools were made available to users to monitor their network's performance. When testing patching, we ran updates to determine the total amount of time was required to update the system. We also examined the demand on the RAM and processing when these updates occurred. We created a breakdown of percentages that each of the criteria should be worth and ranked each operating system accordingly. There were 2 criteria that we felt should be weighed more heavily than the remaining 3 criteria, and those 2 were patching and network performance. Each were 30% of our overall grade for each system. Networking operating interface and quality of service were weighed equally at 15%. Leaving security, although a key criterion in selecting an operating system to use, at 10%. After an evaluation of our criteria in each of these operating systems, we were able to come to the conclusion that Windows XP has the fastest and most reliable network performance. Windows XP offers considerably large application and software compatibility, making it versatile for both the casual and serious computer user. Windows XP also provides a user-friendly and easily navigatable graphical user interface. Windows XP proves to be a universal operating system that is relatable and appealing to all users.